Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. This is OSL R16. It's Group C, I think, and not that it matters. This is a match between DarkElf and Jaedong, and it looks like we have Jaedong in teal and Jaedong in white slash. That's an odd color, kind of a brownish white. And usually that combination you won't see in a color, but that's kind of what it looks like on my screen. Maybe someone else can confirm that when they see this. That's such an odd color. I'm just going to call it white. It kind of looks like a yellowish color on my screen. But DarkElf in teal in the upper right-hand corner. This map is Blue Storm. Have seen a lot of proxies on this match. DarkElf has his work cut out for him, honestly, because I mean he's not a bad player. He's coming off a hot streak. He just beat Free and C in ODT. I think he's on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak right now, and I think he's 5 for 5 out of the past Zerg opponents he's played. But he's not playing against any Zerg player here. He's playing against Jaedong. Jaedong is a fantastic Zerg player. I would put him at number 2 actually behind Savior right now, simply because Zerg's not playing very well. Zerg kind of showing holes in his play, not protecting very well against drops to take out his tech. And Jaedong sending a very early scout. I like that maneuver on his part. That might suggest cheese. It's kind of a thing that you'll see players do. They'll send a very early scout to double check to make sure they're in a good position to kind of go with the strategy that they're kind of thinking of doing. And then when they confirm it, they switch. And someone very excited about seeing their being on television right there. But yeah, it looks like DarkElf, whatever's happening, DarkElf will be able to spot it. I really like that move, though, on Jaedong's part. He's basically forcing DarkElf to be honest. 3 SCVs out there, so it looks like DarkElf might have been trying something there, bringing out those 3 SCVs, but he's going to be forced back into kind of a normal build now. That Jaedong has come up with that scout, and we've seen so many proxies on this match, on this map. It doesn't surprise me. It looks like DarkElf is going to go for an early Zergling attack. He's not going for that early second hatchery. He's getting that gas. In the meantime, yeah, DarkElf is going for, I think he spotted that out, so he's going for dual barracks. And it's funny, look, I think Jaedong right there is, he might be trying to put down the hatchery, but I think he's more trying to pretend he's putting down the hatchery, just trying to harass that SCV and force DarkElf not to scout his main. Now he is actually going to put that hatchery down. It doesn't. I thought he put down that gas. It doesn't look like he did put down that gas, but definitely an early sunken. And yeah, he is. Those Zerglings are going to be coming pretty quickly here. But DarkElf looks like he sees them coming. It looks like an announcer just said GG as soon as those Zerglings started going. I don't think that's necessarily the case. DarkElf does have an opportunity to react to this maneuver, and he sees that second hatchery going. He does have 2 barracks up, so he is going to have time to kind of mount a defense, maybe get a bunker down in some sort of position. But those 6 Zerglings very quickly coming up towards DarkElf's base. It looks like he's bringing some SCVs down. I'm not sure how DarkElf can fight this off, really. I mean, Jaedong has very excellent Zergling micro. A 3rd hatchery going down for Jaedong, so he's really going to commit mass infantry. He's going to block that down right there. That's a really good maneuver, blocking that gap right there. And it looks like he has 4 Marines out, so he is going to be able to repel this pretty easy. He snuck an SCV out through the corner in the meantime, and it looks like more Marines on the way, so he's going to be easily he will be able to repel this attack. So Jaedong's going to have to pull those Zerglings back, but in the meantime, DarkElf doesn't really have a scout in his base. He doesn't know what he's committed to, but he did manage to sneak that SCV by. Let's see if he manages to push it up in that corner. This is going to turn into a really interesting game, because that Zergling push really forced DarkElf to commit more resources to Marines, so he's not going to have that early expansion up as quickly as he normally would. In the meantime, Jaedong already has his expansion up. I like that aggressive play of Jaedong on this map. That just shows you he's just an amazing strategist. And that was just, I think, the best maneuver I've seen thus far as a Zerg opening on Blue Storm. I honestly said earlier that I was hoping that you'd see more Zerg players just go straight 6 pool, and I still say that. Keep players honest. Keep Terran players specifically honest and Protoss players honest on this match. Just every 1 out of 4 matches on here, Zergling Rush. Just go straight for it. Go for the jugular. Academy going up for DarkElf, so we'll see if Jaedong has sufficient forces enough to kind of push in this Zergling attack. Or if he's going to just try to switch to tech. He does have, I don't know if he realizes it, but he does have, he is winning the resource battle. that SCV still out there. Really good micromanagement on DarkElf, keeping that SCV as long as possible against 6 Zerglings. Does finally manage to take it down. It does look like Jaedong is going to go for he's going to tech up. He's been resourcing, pulling resources. I need to spit it out here, Diggity. He's pulling resources out of that expansion. He has those 3 hatcheries down, and now he's upgrading Lair. And DarkElf doesn't look like he's going to push up any sort of attack, but Jaedong in the meantime is going to send up those Zerglings, 1 to scout out and 2 to kind of dissuade an attack on his base. Another SCV coming down. DarkElf doing a very good job of constantly scouting here. It's interesting that Jaedong he upgraded that layer at his expansion, and that really commits him to basically pushing forward very quickly, because these Marines coming down right now, I think those are going to be spotted though. Zergling in the open going to go against those medics, but I don't think he's going to be able to do any damage there. Yeah, he gets caught by that fire bat. So a decent sized attack force coming from DarkElf. Jaedong needs to get a couple sunken hatcheries down, which it looks like sunken colonies down, which he's doing right now. More Lings going out. It looks like he might be positioning Lings to kind of do a flanking maneuver in the meantime. And it looks like, yeah, he does have the lair up. I don't see a spire yet, though. I think he might have been lagging a little. There's the spire. He might have been lagging a little bit on gas because he didn't get that first gas down very quickly. He went for that spawning pool first. And it doesn't look like those Lings are speed upgraded to me, so it's very possible that he kind of skipped the speed upgrade to kind of work with the Lings. Otherwise, Engineering Bay going up for DarkElf. We'll see if he can get the turrets out in time. In the meantime, he's going to try to push forward this attack, but it looks like Jaedong is well prepared for this attack. Basically has those sunken colonies right at the ramp. In the meantime, Jaedong constantly doing a very good job of harassing back and forth, spotting, kind of getting a good idea of the forces that are coming down, but also good job going in and cutting out some of the reinforcements and making sure he's not fighting as large a force as he would otherwise. He's going to go in and attack while DarkElf's forces are away. Interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting maneuver. He managed to take out a medic, and medics are just gold in matches like this, so only 1 medic makes it to the front. We'll see if those 3 sunken colonies are enough to fight this off. I'm not sure if it's going to be 1 sunken colony down. That's a lot of forces. Jaedong just kind of underestimating, but those Mutalisks out, those Mutalisks could be the difference in this attack here. That really, oh man, that was razor thin. He is going to be able to take down these forces, but very, very, very close for Jaedong. I would call that just somewhat almost a lucky maneuver. Now here, this is really going to put him ahead though. He's coming in for the harass. The turrets aren't fully up yet, so if Jaedong can find kind of the hole in the defense of DarkElf at the moment, he's going to have a massive advantage. He's going to be able to take that single turret down, I think. And then there's no forces. There's looks like 1 medic and like 5 Marines, 6 Marines. That's not enough to really effectively fight off a Mutalisk attack like this. They're just going to be too spread out. In the meantime, see, Jaedong just has so much room to fly around and harass DarkElf's base. I don't think DarkElf, no, it doesn't look like he has turrets at his main, so Jaedong is just going to use his excellent Mutamicro to kind of fly around and do damage kind of at will, and we'll see. Yeah, he's going to commit, definitely going to commit to the Mutal. I take it back. I thought when I saw that extra Mutalisk coming out that he was going to kind of force in with more Zerglings and Mutalisks, but it looks instead like he's going to go for more of a late game build. He's getting that evolution chamber down, managed to take out another turret. He's going to take out all those turrets and force DarkElf to stop producing out of that secondary. In the meantime, he's going to bring up the handful of Zerglings that he had, doing a very good job of harassing DarkElf, keeping DarkElf's resources down, which is extremely important. Now if he can just keep that starport from going up and get lurkers before science vessels come out, he might come out with a significant advantage here. Looks like that Hydralisk Den is up. It's probably upgrading as we speak. He's going to continue producing Mutalisks until he can basically just start keep this harass up long enough, and then kind of finish it off with lurkers. Maybe 1 or 2 lurkers come up.